Shanti. Today Murli date is 4th March 2025. Baba says, sweet children, those who have performed devotion from its beginning, those who have taken 84 births, will listen to your knowledge with a lot of interest. They will understand everything from signals. Question: how can you recognize whether a soul is close to deity family or far away? Answer: the souls who belong to your deity family will accept all the aspects of this knowledge and won't become confused. The more devotion they have performed, the more they will try to understand. Therefore, you children should first feel the pulse of everyone before serving him or her. Om Shanti. The spiritual father sits here and explains to you, spiritual children. You children understand that the spiritual father is incorporeal and that he is explaining to us through this body. I, this soul, am also incorporeal and I listen through this body. The two fathers are now together. You children know that both the fathers are here. You also know your third father. However, this one is better than that one, but the other one is the best. It is number wise. Therefore, you have moved away from the relationship of your worldly fathers and now have a relationship with these two fathers. The father sits here and tells you how you can explain to people. Many people come to you at the fair and exhibitions. You know that not everyone will take 84 births. How can you know whether someone takes 84 births or 10 births or 20 births? Now you children understand that those who have performed a lot of devotion from the beginning will take the good fruit of that just as fast. If they have performed less devotion or started a little later, they take less fruit. And a little later on, Baba is explaining this to the children who do service. Ask them, you are the people of Bharat, and so do you believe in the deities? There used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. Those who have taken 84 births and performed devotion from when it began will very quickly understand that the original eternal deity religion really was here. They will listen with great interest. Others will just come and look around and then leave without asking anything. It is as though nothing sits in their intellects. Therefore, it would be understood that they do not belong here yet. Later on, they might understand. Some people understand and immediately nod their heads. This calculation of the 84 births really is accurate. They ask, how can I understand that I have taken the full 84 births? Acha, if not 84 births, you might have taken 82, but you would have at least gone into the deity religion. If this much is not accepted by their intellects, then understand that they don't take 84 births. Those who are further away will listen to less of this knowledge. Those who have performed more devotion will try harder to listen to this knowledge and will understand it quickly. If some understand less, you should realize that they will come later on, that they must have started performing devotion a little later. Those who have performed a great deal of devotion will understand through signals. This drama continues to repeat. Everything depends on devotion. This Papa has performed the most devotion. Those who have performed less devotion receive less fruit. All of these matters have to be understood. Those who have gross intellects cannot imbibe these things. Fairs and exhibitions will continue to take place. They will happen in all the different languages. You have to explain to everyone in this world. You are the true prophets and messengers. Those founders of religions do not do anything. They are not gurus. They call themselves gurus, but they are not bestower of salvations. Their institutions do not exist at the time that they come. And so to whom would they grant salvations? A guru is someone who grants salvations, someone who takes souls from this world of sorrow to the land of peace, Christ, etc. Would it be called gurus? They are simply founders of religions. They have no other position. Only those who come first and are Sato Pradhan and who then go through the stages of Sato, Rajo and Tamo have a position, whereas the others simply come and establish their religions and continue to take rebirth. When everyone is again in their Tamo Pradhan stage, the Father comes and makes them pure and takes them back. Once you become pure, you cannot stay in this impure world. Pure souls will go into liberation and then go into a life of liberation. They say that he is the liberator and the guide, but they do not understand the meaning of that. If they understood the meaning of it, they would know him. The expressions which are used in the path of devotion do not exist in the golden age. This too is fixed in the drama. They all continue to play their own parts. Not even one can attain salvation. You are now receiving this knowledge. The Father says, I come each and every cycle at the confluence of every cycle. This is called the most benevolent confluence age. None of the other age is benevolent. The confluence of the golden and silver ages has no importance. When the Sun dynasty passed, it is then the kingdom of the Moon dynasty. When the Moon dynasty changes into the Merchant dynasty, the Moon dynasty is then in the past. No one knows what you become after that. It can be understood from the images that remain that those who belong to the Sun dynasty were our ancestor and that the others were part of the Moon dynasty. Those Sun dynasty were emperors and the other Moon dynasty were kings. Those were very wealthy, whereas this Moon dynasty failed. These things are not mentioned in any of the scriptures, etc. The Father now sits here and explains to you. Everyone says, liberate us, purify us. They do not ask for happiness because happiness has been defamed in the scriptures. Everyone asks, how can I have peace of mind? You children now understand that you are receiving both peace and happiness. Wherever there is peace, there is also happiness, and wherever there is peacelessness, there is also sorrow. In the golden age, there are both peace and happiness, whereas here there are sorrow and peacelessness. The Father sits here and explains this. Maya, Ravan has completely degraded your intellects. This too is fixed in the drama. The Father says, I am also bounded by the drama. I am now playing my part. It is only exist at this time. You say, Baba, only you come every cycle and make us pure and elevated from impure and corrupt. You were corrupted by Ravan. The Father comes now and changes human beings into deities. Only the Father comes and explains to you the significance of the praise in the song. Those who sit on that immortal throne do not understand the meaning of it. Baba has explained to you that it is souls who are immortal images. This body is the chariot of this soul, an immortal image, an image that never experiences death, is sitting in it. Death will not come to you in the golden age. There will never be untimely death there. That is the land of immortality, whereas this is the land of death. No one understands the meaning of the land of immortality or the land of death. The Father says, I explain everything to you in a very simple way. Simply remember me alone and you will become pure. Sages and holy men sing, O purifier, they call out to the Father, the purifier. Wherever you go, they will definitely call out, Purifier. The truth can never remain hidden. You know that the Father, the purifier, has come and is showing us the path. A cycle ago too, he said, consider yourself to be souls and constantly remember me alone and you will become Satopradhan. You are all lovers of the one beloved. Those lovers are just of one birth, whereas all of you have loved that one for many births. You have been remembering him and saying, O Prabhu, only the one Father is the bestower. It is only from the Father that the children would ask for something. When souls become unhappy, they remember the Father. No one in happiness remembers him. Everyone remembers him when they are unhappy. Baba come and grant salvation. Just as when they go to their Guru and say, grant us a child. Acha, if they receive a child, they become very happy. However, if they don't receive a child, they say it is the will of God. They do not understand the drama at all. If they speak of the drama, they should know everything. You know the drama, no one else knows it. It is not mentioned in any of the scriptures. The drama means this drama. You have to know its beginning, middle, and end. The Father says, I come every 5000 years. The four ages are completely equal. Importance is also given to the swastika. A swastika is drawn on the ledger's account book they keep. This too is the ledger of how we make a profit and then go into the loss. From making a loss, we have now reached the stage of total loss. This is a play about victory and defeat. If there is wealth and health, there is happiness. However, if there is wealth but not health, then there isn't happiness. I give you both health and wealth, and so you would also have happiness. When someone leaves his body, they say that that soul has gone to heaven, yet internally they experience sorrow. However, they should be even happier. Why do they invite the soul to return here to hell? They do not understand anything. The Father now comes and explains all of these things to you. He explains to you the secret of the sheep and the tree. No one else can create such a picture of the tree. This one neither created it nor did he learn from it from a guru. If he had learned it from a guru, that guru would have had many other followers. People think that some guru must have taught him all of this, or they think that some power of the Supreme Soul must have entered him. However, how could some power of the Supreme Soul enter him? The poor things don't understand anything. The Father himself is sitting here and telling you everything. I told you that I enter an ordinary old body. I come to teach you. This one also listens. His attention is on me. He too is a student. He doesn't call himself anything else. As well as being the father of humanity, he is also a student. Although he had a vision of destruction, he didn't understand anything. Gradually, he came to understand it all, just as you now understand it. The Father explains to you, and this one in between also continue to understand. He continues to study. Each student makes effort to study. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are residents of the subtle region. No one knows what their parts are. The Father himself explains each aspect so that there is no need for you to ask questions. The Supreme Soul Shiva is at the top, and then there are the deities. How can they mix them up? You children now know that the Father enters this one, and that this is why we are called Bap Dada. The Father is distinct from Dada, elder brother. Shiva is the father and Brahma is the Dada. You receive your inheritance from Shiva through this one. Brahmins are the children of Brahma. The Father has adopted you according to the drama plan. The Father says this one was the number one devotee. He has taken 84 births. He is also called the ugly and beautiful one. Sri Krishna was beautiful in the golden age and he became ugly in the iron age. He was impure and is now becoming pure. The same applies to you. This is the iron aged world and that is the golden aged world. No one knows about the ladder. Those who come later do not take 84 births. They would definitely take fewer births. And so, how can they be shown in the ladder? Papa has explained about those who take the maximum number of births and the ones who take the minimum number of births. This is the knowledge. Only the Father is the knowledgeful one, the purifier. He gives us this knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end. All of them have been saying, Neti Neti, neither this nor that. They do not know their own souls, and so how could they know the Father? They simply speak of the soul for the sake of it. They do not know anything. You now know that a soul is eternal and that he has an imperishable part of 84 births recorded within him. Such a tiny soul has a whole part recorded within him. It is understood that those who listen to this very carefully and also understand it are those who are close. If this knowledge does not sit in their intellects, it is understood that they will come later on, feel their pulse at the time of giving this knowledge. Those who explain it are also number wise. This is your study. The kingdom is being established. Some claim the highest status of all, the status of a king, whereas others become meat and servants of the subjects. However, it is true that there isn't any sorrow in the golden age that is called the land of happiness. Heaven, it is because it existed in the past that they remember it. People think that heaven must be up above. There is an accurate memorial of you shown in Dilwala temple. Adidev, Adidevi and you children are sitting in yoga on the ground and the kingdom is shown above. People go and see that and give money, but they don't understand anything. Each of you children has received a third eye of knowledge. First of all, you know the biography of the Father. And so, what more could you want? By coming to know the Father, you come to understand everything. Therefore, you should have happiness. You know that you will now go into the golden age and build palaces of gold. You will rule there. The intellects of serviceable children will know that this spiritual knowledge is being given by the spiritual father. The father of soul is called the spiritual father. He is the bestower of salvation. He gives the inheritance of peace and happiness. You can explain to them. This picture of the ladder is about the residents of Bharat who take 84 births. You come halfway round the cycle and so how can you take 84 births? We take the maximum number of births. These are very deep matters and have to be understood. The main thing is to connect with your intellects in yoga to the Father in order to become pure from impure. If you promise to become pure, but you then become impure, your bones will be totally crushed. It will be as though you fall from the fifth floor of a building. Your intellect could become totally unclean and your conscience would begin to bite you. You would then not be able to speak about any of this. This is why the father says, remain cautious. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning. from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you spiritual children. We spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna 1. Understand this drama accurately and become liberated from the bondages of Maya. Consider yourself to be a soul, an immortal image. Remember the Father and become pure. 2. Become a true prophet and a messenger and show everyone the path to the land of peace and the land of happiness. Benefit all souls in this benevolent confluence age. Blessing. May you remain aware of the Father and your service and thereby become free from all attraction and experience a constant and stable stage. A servant always remembers his service and his master. In the same way, you world servants, you true server children, also cannot remember anything except the Father and service. It is only through this that you experience being in a constant and stable stage. Apart from the sweetness of the one Father, all other flavors seem tasteless. Because of tasting the sweetness of the one Father, you cannot be attracted to anything else. The intense effort to have a constant and stable stage will free you from all attraction. This is your elevated destination. Slogan. In order to pass the paper of delicate situation, make your nature powerful. Om Shanti. Avyakt signal. Adopt the culture of truth and good manners. If you see or hear something untruthful, do not spread that falsehood into the atmosphere. Many say, that's a sin, and I can't bear to see anyone committing that sin. However, to spread things that are untrue into the atmosphere is also a sin. You wouldn't spread something you see or hear like this in your Lokik family. You would hear it with your ears and hide it in your heart. It is also a trace of sin for someone here to spread anything wasteful around. Such small sins finish the experience of the flying stage. Therefore, understand the deep philosophy of karma and adopt the power of truth in its true form. Om Shanti.